Honorable Union Agriculture Minister Sri Sharad Pawar ji, Food Ministers and Food Secretaries of the states and Union Territories, Secretary, Department of Food and Public Distribution, Secretary, Consumer Affairs, senior officers of central ministries and departments, secretaries from the various state government, other distinguished guests, friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen. As you all know, in pursuance of our commitment to the people of this country for right to food, National Food Security Act was enacted with the approval of the Parliament and notified on 10th September 2013. This historic law marks a paradigm shift in our approach to food security as it aims to ensure food security in a right-based manner. We have gathered here to discuss the issues relating to the implementation of the Act. Yesterday, the secretaries from the various states and union territories had one-day discussion on the various issues connected with the implementation of the Food Security Act. And today, honorable ministers from various states have come. So we'll have a picture of what is our position. Indeed, a coordinated approach is required by central and state governments to ensure its success. It is heartening to note that some of the states like Haryana, Rajasthan, Delhi and Himachal Pradesh have either already started implementation or are going to implement the Act shortly, while a few are likely to follow suit. States and union territories are required to play a crucial role in the implementation of the Act. It was therefore thought appropriate to hold a discussion with you all as to discuss in detail various implementation issues. And in between the period of the notification of the Act, as well as before we formulated the bill, there has been very detailed and lengthy discussions and mutual understanding of the problems. So I think now we have come to a stage where we have to implement the Food Security Act in its old spirit. I understand that a very fruitful discussion has taken place in the meeting of the food secretaries yesterday, during which various action points were discussed. The food secretary, in his remark, has already given an account of yesterday's meeting. I would take this opportunity to stress a few points upon the food ministers who are present here. One of the most critical issues for successful implementation of the Act is identification of beneficiaries under targeted public distribution system. It is extremely important that the benefits intended under the Act reach the targeted beneficiaries. First thing that the state government need to do is to evolve a fair and transparent criteria with the involvement of all stakeholders. Once the criteria is finalized, the next step is to identify the beneficiaries correctly. The state should take this opportunity to eliminate the errors of inclusion and exclusion. Please bear in mind that lack of fairness and transparency may render the whole exercise of identification meaningless, besides leading to legal scrutiny. The next crucial issue which comes to my mind is doorstep delivery of food grains, which needs to be ensured by the state governments as provided in the Act. My ministry has been emphasizing the states to undertake doorstep delivery even before the Act came into existence. Honorable Supreme Court has also given directions in this regard. This has now become all the more essential for states to create infrastructure for doorstep delivery to prevent leakage and diversion of food grains. As per information available with our department, 15 states and union territories are yet to start delivery. I understand some of the states have expressed their inability to implement doorstep delivery. I must remind the states governments here that not only the states and union territories are required to doorstep delivery under the NFSA, this is also essential for ensuring viability of all fair price shops. With meager margins paid to the fair price shop dealers, this additional responsibility eats into their already paltry income, giving rise to temptation for diversion. I would therefore urge the state ministers to personally review the position with a view to overcome the impediments in the way of doorstep delivery. I would also like to stress the need for creation of scientific storage capacity at various levels. A lot of initiatives needs to be taken by states to create immediately intermediate storages. They should take advantage of the private entrepreneur guarantee scheme for the construction of godowns through private investments under the PPP mode, which is being implemented by the department to augment the covered storage capacities. Focus should be on a time-bound completion of storage capacities sanctioned in the states, though constant monitoring and review. I would urge the food ministers to use their good office to resolve issues slowing down the progress of the scheme in their states. The government has taken the historic step of enacting the legislation on food security. It, however, needs to be implemented in the true spirit in close coordination and cooperation between central and state governments. I look forward to a fruitful discussion and valuable suggestions from this August gathering. With these words, I once again welcome you to this meeting and thank you for your participation. After the discussions are over, I may be able to react on your many suggestions. Thank you.